that lovely? He's moving slow, so maybe he got into some of my boric acid that I have. Yeah, that's me here at the Meadows. Just another day at the Meadows. It's a great day at the Meadows. See the boric acid I got? Well, I'm gonna go around, but I'm gonna have to kill this roach, and then I'll be right back. This is 208 at the Meadows. Great day at the Meadows at 4300 Myers Lane in Waco, Texas 76705. It's a great day at the Meadows unless you live here. If you work here, or you're a prospective tenant but haven't moved in, well, then it's a great day for you. It's not for us, and I just wanted to kind of show you my place. I'm making a record of it. Is there any way in hell I'm getting my deposit back? You know there isn't, so forget that. The place looks a little bit busy because I'm in the process of packing. I had a little bit of bad news that has motivated me to go. I was actually going to go long before this if I could have found a spot that was halfway decent. And after living here for the first month, I wanted to move out right away too, so it's been pretty bad. Last summer we were infested with crickets. I think there's one that's still over there. You can still see I didn't get them all. There's a cricket right there. He's dead, of course. So yeah, it's a great day at the Meadows. Well, but you better have these everywhere. I replace them about every month or so, just simply because there's an amazing amount of cockroaches at my place. They actually had to take out. Well, that was not so bad. Let's see, let's just check it from time to time. Hey, we only got one guy in there. That's not bad. So it's quite embarrassing when people come over. We got one guy in there too. What about back in here? Let's see if it's bad. Oh, you got a couple more customers in that one. And I got one right here. You got some live ones here. Hard to tell. I have to keep these everywhere because we're talking about hundreds of roaches that literally come out. They're baby ones and big ones, and you can see. If you see the white powder stuff, see that? I put a boric acid everywhere that I can. Let's see what's near the fridge. Oh, isn't that lovely? Yeah. You can see the boric acid kind of back there, but. So yeah, it's a little bit not so good. The refrigerator's falling apart. Yeah, so I have to have so many. Whoop! Are you serious? Look at that. There's one caught in the act. He's coming out in the daylight. These guys, I have to keep them so many near my dog's food because one time I came out, there had to be 20 that came out of my dog's food. You talk about something that a dog owner does not want to see. Can you see that down there? I mean, I'm going to kill that roach, don't worry. Or he'll step on the glue tray. Look at that, there we go. And, well, ding dong, I'm going to have to come, hopefully he'll get trapped in one of those. I don't want him to get in my dog's food. Where is he? See if he'll just crawl right in here. That's what he should do. There we go. Oh. Have fun in there, sir. That's your new home, your new funeral home. All kinds of things wrong with this place. I mean, this thing here is split. I never did bother to repair it. Everywhere you go, the carpet is frayed. It was actually there like that when I moved in. I mean, it's just god awful. I had to start putting these little traps in my room because I started waking up in the middle of the night with cockroaches on me. So, I'm actually a pretty decently clean guy, but I'm not one of those clean freaks, so yeah, my place isn't the cleanest. But yeah, it's not fun to go to bed on my nice comfy bed with the red comforter and wake up with something biting the hell out of you. That's not a lot of fun. So here you just have stuff that they never fix. You can see all the carpet problem right down there. I asked them to fix that, they never did. It's just a complete mess. Yeah, I had a problem with the screen. See the problem with the door? It was right there. kept getting stuck in the carpet, and said screw it. I just took it off and been waiting for them for probably almost a year now to fix it. Yeah, that's a lot of fun, isn't it? As you can see, I'm not a big clean freak, but anyway, you see the white stuff, that's all the boric acid I put anywhere. And more traps back there. So, you know, I'm a guy. I feel like I do a decent job for a guy as far as keeping it relatively clean. But the dealio at the Meadows is they have the person that comes by and, oh yeah, the linoleum's coming up. There's actually mold here. Whoop. See? It's not even nighttime, folks. You see what's going on? I mean, can you imagine what happens at nighttime when these lights come off? I'm gonna have to come back here and smash that sucker. Hopefully he still stays there before I finish the video. So, folks, don't be stupid. I've been running this video, what, for 5 minutes, and you've already seen two live roaches screwing around here, and there's hundreds, maybe thousands. And if they're bold enough to come out when I'm talking and got the lights on, you know what happens when I go to bed and I turn the lights off. So, and then the reason this is here is because so many bugs and crickets come. I actually had to do my own kind of makeshift for it. I went to Home Depot and I got these little patches of insulation. I just put them there myself. That cut down on, oh, by the way, the pool. That pool there was only functional and open for probably maybe 3 weeks out of the entire summer because it kept breaking down, and they don't really want to hire an expert pool people, so they use their handymen, who are great guys, they're likable, but they're not experts at everything, and definitely not the pool. So I never really got to use the pool, and if you move here, you won't either. So anyway, I hope you're having a great day at the Meadows, and I'm going to be making some pictures too, and I'm going to try to convince them. Oh, by the way, if you have a service animal like I do, and you got the tags and the license and it's registered with the ADA and all that stuff, they're going to give you such a runaround that it's not likely you're going to be able to avoid paying their $300 non-refundable pet deposit. They're going to screw you on that. So you have a choice. After that, you pay it, and then you make a complaint, and then you know how the government works. That's going to take several months. And then even after that, then you're going to probably have to have some kind of hearing, and is it really worth it? So they screw you. If you have a service animal, they're really going to screw you big time, unless you have a local doctor. Now that was the thing for them. She goes, you got a local doctor here? Let's just let's talk to them and find out what's wrong with you. You know, you got to have something wrong with you, obviously, if you have a service animal. And I didn't have a local doctor because when I got my dog, that was years ago in San Francisco, I no longer have that health insurance. So they screwed me there. Basically what they did is they stole $300 from me. So if you have a service animal, do not expect to be able to move in with your service animal, a registered service animal. You're going to pay the $300 regardless. There's probably other things I'm thinking of how they screw you. Probably the number one problem is Mary. First off, she seems like she runs a tight ship. But the thing with Mary is I paid my rent so many times early and tried to be as super nice as I can. And what is her last name anyway? Mary Hamilton. Mary Hamilton. And anyway, I try to be super nice to her, bend over backwards, be extra friendly, and she doesn't really care. I mean, she actually has moved the trash cans, the only trash cans that you can throw your dog waste in, she's moved those away where tenants can no longer reach in and throw it away because she doesn't want to pay the handyman to go in and empty the trash cans during the fall and the winter. So she yelled at me for trying to, lob it in there and it missed. So you'll have to walk 100 yards or more every time to the dumpster just to put away your dog waste. So that's just one example. There's tons of examples of Mary being a little bit too militaristic and she does come off very haughty and know-it-all. She'll definitely make you feel like you're in kindergarten, and her stock phrase is, I've been doing this for 30 years, I know what I'm doing. Be prepared for that. Anytime you make a complaint, tenant, I've been doing this for 30 years, I know exactly what I'm doing. Just mind your own business now, let me take care of things. That's Mary Hamilton. Okay. And I'll take some pictures, and we'll have this whole shebang up where people can make, a better informed decision. I found out later from a friend that there was another apartment complex about 3 or 4 miles from here, and only another $60 more. It would have been a lot better. Oh, they get you here too. They'll tell you it's a certain amount, like for example, 450, 460 for a 1 bedroom, plus water. But what you don't realize is the water is fixed even if you're not here. The water comes out to 30, at least for a 1 bedroom, 30, $35 every month. 1 month I wasn't even here, no water used, still had to pay it. So basically your rent is going to be $500, even though they tell you $450. That's kind of a screwy, kind of cheating way they get you to think that the rent's lower. It really is not. You could actually have the water turned off in here, and they're still going to bill you for water that you didn't use. Anyway, if you can find another place, there's a whole host of other things wrong with this place, I'm telling you. There really is. From the water flooding, where we can't use one stairs when we go down because it's all flooded. Like I mentioned, the pool doesn't work. There's just a ton of, there's just so many different things here. It's just quite amazing for the money that you have to pay. I mean, if this was in the $275 to $300 range, then I probably wouldn't bitch and moan so much about it. But this is actually highway robbery here at the Great Day at the Meadows.